I've started with the, for a change I'm actually following the instructions, heaven forbid. So I've done the seat minus the photo etch. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts for that. And it's pretty good detail, but the issue with it is there's heaps of flash. I'll show you what I mean. So these pieces I've cut off here are for the tub, cockpit tub, and the gear bay underneath. So you got every part. Oh, they're not that bad, that one. I'm trying to find what I'm talking about. There's bits of flash here and there. So is it just extra time cleaning up is what it equates to. You see the flash there. So those bits sticking out, they shouldn't be there at all. That's flash. And these parts suffered heavily from it as well. So I've got to clean all that up. So you got to also be careful, because at first I think, oh, that's part of the piece, but it's not. So you just, I'm comparing to the pictures and the instructions to make sure I'm not taking off detail I shouldn't be. Like that's flash there, that's flash, that piece sticking up there. So I had to double check and make sure, but just because it's such a small scale, it's a bit awkward. Yeah, so, and it was a bit how it goes together was sort of like the side panels that went on is sort of a bit, or does it go there or there sort of thing. It didn't just fall into place. It was a bit trying to work out how it goes. But yeah, like I said, that the details there, once the harnesses go on and it's painted up, it'll probably look nearly as good as a resin seat. So you can't really complain about how it builds up to look like. It's just, yeah. So I'm going to clean up all this tub and the wheel bay and see how that fits together. Once I do that, then there's a photo etch goes in there, and the instrument panel. Where was that? So there's the instrument panel, and you got the instrument panel combing. You can see there's all flash on that as well. Yeah, so quite a lot of cleanup by the looks of it. So I've cleaned that up, put it together. Again, it wasn't so straightforward fit wise. The long pieces on the side had a bit of a bow in them, so I had to glue this plate underneath, which is the floor pan where the joystick yoke goes. I glued it to one side, let it set, and then I glued the other side, pull it in, because the ends of that were bowed out. It's a bit weird how it goes together, because that's your cockpit tub. That piece pushes down through and it becomes part of the nose gear bay. Yeah, all of it wasn't great fitting it together. The wheels are your usual 2 halves, which I just like, but these ones are solid, so you gotta just make sure you clean up that sprue gate properly from there'll still be when you glue them together, there's still going to be a seam to clean up, so it is what it is for them. Just been looking, guys, the wing, so your lower wing, you need to drill out holes for if you're putting which I am, the pylons for the external fuel tanks, and in the center line you have the big belly tank, or if you want to fit the the missile, the Matra R530. Will depend where you drill the holes. I'm probably going to go with the boxer and fit that missile. I have looked up, I've seen a few images with it on. I wouldn't imagine they carried it much, just for training and that, I guess. But it's different. It's something you don't see a lot of in a model, so I'm going to put the missile. So for that, this piece here, you drill a hole in there, and the rear one there, that'll be for the pylon for that missile. So I won't need the front two ones, but if you're doing the belly tank, you would need the front two ones, and I'll drill them out as well. Some of the instructions I find a bit vague, so I cut the part off and dry fitted it to see how things are meant to fit. But they show you there, the hole says drill for the Matra 530, but I was thinking, well, where's the other one? But the other one was over the page and in there, which is that piece, but I was just making sure that there was nothing else. I don't want to glue it all on and then realise I need more holes. I still haven't fitted the harnesses yet. I'm sort of just starting to stray from the instructions steps. I'm going to put these gear bays in the wing. I'll drill these holes and I'm going to do them. Also, there's a lot of, there was sprue gate there, there, and there, so there's a lot of clean up. And the Mirage isn't, well, I won't know until I fit it all together, but the Mirage, every kit I've ever built of Mirage are always little areas that might be difficult to get a good fit. So I'm hoping, like I said, that this all goes together well, but you know, usually this area is a problem when it fits on in other brands and scales I've done. And sometimes the fuselage to the wing, but we shall see. So I'm going to do that, and I'll probably start getting this engine area cleaned up. It's over here, so it's, instead of 2 halves, this one is in 3 sections, so we'll see how that goes together. Okay, so the wheel base is a bit weird how it goes together. So each side has 3 pieces, but when they come on off the sprue, that's how they look, but you need to bend them. So you can see, let's compare. So this piece here is the opposite for here, so you need to bend, so it'll go in 90 degree and sit in there, that's roughly same as this one. You can see they have scored it, so it's easy to bend, but you just need to bend them to fit into the groove, the slot there. That's, I just found it a bit weird, that's all. Probably easier for them to engineer it, to mold it on the sprue like that. But it was no, it fitted alright. You just, when you bend it, glue it and hold it there till it grips, bites. So I started the engine. So like I said, it's 3 panels instead of 2, and there's a piece of photo etch in there for the flame holder inside. The plastic part of the flame holder was again had heaps of flash on it. I've tried cleaning it up best I can. This is something that you won't see anywhere really, but once it's together and inside. And there's the rear fan, which will go on. I'll paint that. I will glue this one on, and I'll paint either end of it, and then I'll glue it onto that when it's painted, so that I've covered all areas of it. I've put the, let's hold this here without breaking anything off, the photo etch harnesses on. No hassle or anything. It just looks, when you're looking at it, holy dooly, there's photo etch everywhere. But it was just so you got the lap belt, which had a buckle to go on top. You got the ejection handle, pull handle that goes in between the pilot's legs, and there's another one on top of the seat. And then you got two harnesses that wrap around the cushion on top, and then that main one is just one piece. So I just did it a bit at a time, let the super glue bite, and then I went and did something else and come back and did another piece. Yeah, so I'll probably head back here now and start putting in the photo etch panels on the instrument panel on the side of the tub. I also mentioned that you glue those foot pedals, glue on A11 and A12, so they got to be glued in as well. Yes, I'm gonna start doing the rest of the tub here, and that's a pretty good chunk done first up. Then you start from there, it's starting to get into the fuselage fit and everything. Alright, so I've got the photo etch pieces in and the main instrument panel glued in, and the joystick. No issues there. Just as so far the theme of it is flash. I've glued the rest of the other engine plate on. I just need to sand that flush. There are the seam lines there, but that's the inside you won't see. So because of the corrugation, you don't need to clean up seam lines, which is a good thing. And you can see there, that shows up there's a whole heap of flash. I need to sand off the end of that. And I'll put the other wheel bay in, so that's good to go. I think there's some, next page I saw, where did I see that? Oh, there, the cover plates, so the floor of the wheelbase, well, not the floor, top of the wheelbase. But yeah, that shall be into my next session. That is it for me for today. I need to go mow 2.5 acres.